Well, hello motorcycle fans. It's been a while, and the reason it's been a while is because I've been having camera, well, SD card problems. I did quite a few videos. The video of the DRZ, what do you want to call it? Going to a bike night a few Tuesdays ago, Two Wheel Tuesday. Did a video of us going out on the race bikes. Because the road registered before we went classic parading. Oh. And yes, one or two bits and bobs, and I tried uploading the video of picking up the DRZ, and I couldn't upload it. It just said there was a file error. And then I sort of tried clearing the card, and it deleted everything, not just the one or two, and the card seemed to be not formatted to the camera, and I couldn't reformat it, so bought a new card last night. So hopefully, because we went out on the bikes yesterday, and yes, anyway, I've got no intro at the moment because a lot of my data is lost or in a place I can't access it at the moment, so it's going to be top and tailless, this video. Anyway, as you can see from over yonder, Anna has got a new motorcycle, and it's a 2002 Gixxer 750. Yes, the cult classic, and probably, I think in our opinion, one of the best looking Suzuki 750s ever built. I know everybody's got different opinions, but yeah, sort of pretty bike. And I've got the same bike. And the reason for that is we're going to do less riding on the roads, and I shall explain that in a little while. And do more track work. So these are bought specifically to go to do track days on. So as before, when we've done track days, I've been on a 750, Anna's been on a 1000. She's had to wait for me basically, so it's not quite as much fun for her. So for an identical bikes, identical years, same brake horsepower, etc, etc, we should be pretty well matched. So we're basically having a ride out on these while we've got a few good days, say there, Spider. And obviously we'll put them away for winter. We're going to order some race fairings, track fairings, and get these track ready to do a few track days on next year. The purpose is we can learn the tracks that we're going to race on with the race bikes, and not wear the race bikes out, so that was the idea. And the reason we don't want to ride these on the road too much is because they're all too fast. And I mean too fast is, sports bikes don't make any sense until you're doing about 60 miles an hour. And as you all are aware, they keep dropping the speed limits everywhere, and mostly now it's 50. Hello, Buzzard. They don't make a lot of sense, and if I creep over the speed limit, which occasionally I do, if I get a speeding ticket, I could lose my firearms license and the firearms business, so can't risk it. So the only time we're going to go quick is on the track. So the reason I bought the DRZ is that's going to be my road bike really, and I might buy Naked in the future, but that'll be the bike I will ride most of the time. This, we're just giving them a shakedown. Anna's had her bike about 3 weeks. I've had this one a week, and first time I rode it yesterday, Saturday, and just see what it was like, and yeah, getting used to it, and I love it. So yes, I had to sell the ZX7R because, I mean, it's achingly beautiful bike, but did take it on the track this year, and it was good, fantastic mid-range, but Anna on her GX 1000 was having to wait for me, and I mean I'd ridden Cadwell about as fast as I've ever ridden a bike before, and yeah, just didn't cut the mustard. I mean, they're heavy, it's 200 plus kilos, and with 120 brake horsepower. Well, this has got 140 brake horsepower and it's 40 kilos lighter. So this thing is an absolute... Why did you pull in? Oh, I thought you were going to go up and then turn left where we did before. Oh, we can do. It's a bit bumpy, but okay. I was going to go where we went on the ZX7 last time. Well, you go. You... No, keep going. You go. I'll follow you. If I'm vlogging, it's a bit more interesting when I've got you in front of me. Yes, forgot where I was now. Yes, so the 7 is not really cutting it. I mean, basically the ZX7R is a 1996 bike, and they didn't do any improvements, and the last one was about 2003. This, on the other hand, is obviously it's a 2020 bike. The Y was the first one, then it was the K1, this is a K2, and it is spicy. And all the reports say it's probably one of the best handling bikes at that period of time, and an ideal track weapon. Lovely handling, enough power. The handling of a 600 and almost the power of a litre bike. I mean, this thing can do 174 miles an hour, so it is fantastic. Alright, may not be quite as pretty as the Kawasaki, but it's still a pretty bike. That lovely blue tank harks back to the original slab side, doesn't it? So yeah, we've got a couple of bikes. These will be trackified, if you like. Anna's going for the Pepsi Suzuki look. I'm going for the Lucky Strike because I've got red and white leathers mainly. That's the reason. And she'll be doing track days next year. Very, very, we'll be really going out on the road because it's too tempting, you know it is. So yes, the government are bringing in new legislation for firearms holders, I know, and we just don't get caught into that trap because the government don't want you having firearms, basically. So they find any excuse to take them off you, so can't let that happen. So Anna's going to get a DRZ or a CCM. Is it an R30? Yeah. Both got Suzuki engines, obviously. So when that transpires, that'll be great. She doesn't know whether she's going to sell the K4 GX 1000 or not. She's not sure. But she loves this bike. So she's had it for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Got it through an MOT, didn't need a lot doing to it, there's a few little bits and bobs. But it wasn't an expensive bike. And it came with a spare engine and spare wheels, so she got herself a deal on that one. Now for my part, about 3 weeks ago, I found a 2002 one down in Wales, Shire. So I put a deposit on it, and right, okay, we're turning. Okay. Yes, we were heading towards the rain. Rain's forecast where we workshop is at 2 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock. So I thought if head towards the rain, once it starts, we'll turn around and come back. It's just a quick test on the bikes, basically. Because as I was saying, Anna's got a few little bits and bobs to do with her, so she had a bit of an oil leak, so we've hopefully fixed that. We noticed yesterday on the way to Dunstanton some oil pooling in the fairing, so we came back. Worked on the bike last night, and hopefully we fixed it, so we shall see. But yeah, so it was a cheaper bike. Do you expect to do, yeah, it is raining, isn't it? You expect to do 1 or 2 bits and bobs to them. So anyway, as I say, I went all the way down to Wales, or we went down to Wales with the van, picked this bike up. It seemed alright, squeaked a bit at the front, but that was the oil seals, need a bit of grease on them. That was fine. Took it out for a test ride. We picked up on the Saturday. The first day of the month was the Wednesday, so I got it taxed. Went out and noticed in 6th gear it was making a real screaming noise. And apparently it can be a fault on these, gearbox noise, gearbox whine. So we took it back the following Saturday. So that was 2 days wasted basically. And I saw this last week from near Coventry. So we went down on Anna's FJ, and then the gentleman very kindly let me do a test ride on it. Gearbox is lovely and quiet, and I bought it and we rode it back. And because the gentleman had got the old style logbook, we could ride it back legally because it was taxed, and I could ride any bike on my insurance if it's insured by somebody else. So, and then I think on the Monday or Tuesday he texted me to say, can I take it off the insurance? I said yeah, that's great, lovely. I said everything was good. I put new pads in it because the pads were a little bit glazed. Changed the gear lever rubber because that was a little bit worn. That's about it. I mean, it's had a service recently, and it's only done 11,000 miles from new. So there's not a lot wrong with this little puppy. Obviously I paid a fair bit more than Anna's, but at the end of the day both going on the track, so they both do the same job. So am I sad to see the Kawasaki go? Yes. Am I glad I bought this? Absolutely. So yeah, in that respect I'm not disappointed, because it's been replaced with a better bike. May not be quite as good looking. I mean, it is a good looking bike, but as a bike goes, it's a much better bike, a much better track bike. So there we go, that's my new bike. So I shall say goodbye and catch you in the next one. Bye bye. Anyway, there is the bikes. Pretty much identical, aren't they? I'm gonna get a double bubble screen. Yeah, I thought you something ran into something. A monkey old glove. And there we go. The only real difference is the exhaust pipe. And I had to buy a DB killer first because it was pretty loud, but now it's absolutely gorgeous. There we go. A couple of awesome Suzukis. Absolutely brilliant they are. So much fun. That's the important thing, isn't it? So, and they were made 200 bikes apart. So they came over the ship together back in 2002 or 1 or whenever they came over. So there we go. Awesome. Alright, you take care. Bye bye.